Hi, what's up guys? Welcome to Young Family in our YouTube channel. Today is February 29th, 2024. In today's video, I'm going to give you several suggestions why you should choose and plant bare-root fruit trees in your backyard based on my experience. Stay tuned. About 1 month ago, in January, I once purchased 3 bare-root fruit trees from local Home Depot garden center. Then I planted all these 3 bare-root fruit trees in the containers. Now let's take a look at what they look like compared with 1 month ago. So first, let's take a look at this grapevine. It is called interlaken grape. About 1 month ago, on January 17th, 2024, I purchased and planted this bare-root grapevine in this container. The container size is about 8-gallon size, definitely bigger than 5-gallon bucket. At that time, I cannot see any green, new leaf buds on this bare-root grapevine. So I can only see 1 or 2 greenish on some leaf buds. But right now, you can see a lot of new leaves. They look fantastic, beautiful. Now let's take a look at my second bare-root fruit tree. Actually, this is apple tree, but it is not regular apple tree. It is 4-in-1 apple tree. It's kind of fruit salad tree. So let's quickly take a look at the label. So this is an apple, and here Dorset golden apple, and this is Fuji apple. The fourth one is called Beverly Hills apple. So basically, as I mentioned, this is a 4-in-1 apple tree. So you can see 4 branches. So you can see some branches already have some new leaves on it. And one here, you can see the flowers. It's blooming right now. And 2 other branches, I think it's Fuji apple and Beverly Hills apple. So basically, you can hardly see any new leaves, but right now you can see the new shoots. It's greenish on the top of this new leaf bud, and right here you can see dramatically, see the new leaf. Actually, when I purchased 1 month ago, these 2 branches totally, I can only see kind of dried leaf bud. I cannot see any greenish, the leaf buds on these 2 branches. But that time, 1 month ago, I can still see some leaves and flowers on these 2. I think it's an apple and Dorset golden apple. So basically, these both are very good to pollinate each other. So anyway, I'll just let you know, they looks fantastic. Okay, the third bare-root fruit tree is white peach tree. So let's take a look at the label first. This is a semi-dwarf Babcock peach. Is white peach, hard, stone, fruit tree. So right now you can see a lot of new leaves. Right now, yeah, you can see, right? So actually, it's 1 month ago. So basically, I can still see a lot of, the flowers, pink flowers. But right now, most of them are just, the leaves right now. No flower buds right now. Because as you know, compared with apple tree, so this peach tree is wake up from dormancy pretty early. So that's why they flowers early. Apple trees is going to bloom later, probably in May and June. But right now, you can see this peach tree, fantastic. To be honest, a lot of home gardeners might be not familiar with bare-root fruit trees. They might ask, what are bare-root fruit trees? So basically, bare-root fruit trees are fruit trees without any soil left around the roots. During dormancy, usually from late fall to early spring, the nursery dig up a couple of years old, field-grown, grafted fruit trees, stored and packed using pre-moistened wood chips in a sealed plastic bag. Here, I still keep the original, the packing bags and the packing materials. So basically, this is wood chips. This bag is sealed without any holes on the bag. And here you can still see the pre-moistened wood chips. They can keep the roots moist There are several benefits for bare-root fruit trees. The first one is compared with container-grow fruit trees, the bare-root fruit trees are relatively cheaper. So let's take a look at this grape. The price is $13. This salad apple tree is about $40. This peach tree is about $30. Okay, you might ask why they are cheaper. Because as I mentioned earlier, the nurseries do not have to buy containers or potting mix. And also they don't have to maintain all these plants if they grow in the containers because they have to spend extra money for the labor fee to take care of all these container grow fruit trees. Because bare-root fruit trees do not have pot and potting mix, so the weight is lighter, so very easy to move and transport. The shipping fee is very little. Because the low cost, so they are cheap for nurseries. Definitely, they are cheaper for customers. The second benefit, generally speaking, bare-root fruit trees, they have more majority root systems compared with container-grow fruit trees. So their relative grow faster compared with container-grow fruit trees when you plant it in the containers or in the ground. The third reason is very easy to plant. Actually, to be honest, compared with container-grow fruit trees, might be the root is bounded. So basically, you have to squeeze or tap on the container to remove all the plants and loosen up the soil to transplant it to another container or into the ground. But bare-root fruit trees, so you can just pull out and directly plant in the containers or just in the ground. Even though I already listed 3 benefits for bare-root fruit trees, you might be concerned about your fruit trees. So actually, even though you have planted your fruit trees in the containers or in the grounds, but finally you found your fruit trees are not very healthy or just died, you still can return all these fruit trees to the garden center or nursery because such as Home Depot garden center, they have 90 days warranty. That means within the 90 days after you purchase, you still can return all these fruit trees, get full refund without any risk. So you might ask, what's the downsides for bare-root fruit trees? To be honest, I think there's 2 downsides for bare-root fruit trees, but I don't think it's a big deal for you. The first downside, I think, bare-root fruit trees have relatively narrow planting window. As I mentioned before, starting from late fall to early spring, when all these deciduous fruit trees go into dormancy, that means they stop growth or just slow down growth. Kind of they are sleeping. The nursery dig out all these fruit trees, packed with pre-moistened wood chips in a sealed plastic bag, and then shipped to local garden centers or nurseries for sale. During the dormancy, all these deciduous fruit trees, they lose leaves and they don't bear any fruits. Kind of they're just dead. So that's why during the hot summer days, you will never see bare-root fruit trees available in garden centers or nurseries. The second downside, I think you might have to plant bare-root fruit trees immediately after your purchase. Just as I mentioned, bare-root fruit trees has no soil around the roots. They only packed with pre-moistened wood chips, trying to keep the roots moist. But if you leave your bare-root fruit trees in a warm area for a long time, but not plant immediately, the water will evaporate, the roots will dehydrate, dry out, and finally they will die. But to be honest, when I purchased all these fruit trees, I once talked with staff working in Home Depot Garden Center. They said there's some specific person, they take care of all these bare-root fruit trees. They keep them moist. So usually the roots, they keep moist. If you find some kind of dehydration, you can soak your bare-root fruit trees, the root ball, in the water for several hours to increase the success rate. So guys, in today's video, I already listed several benefits for why you should choose and plant bare-root fruit trees in your yard. To be honest, actually, this is the first time I have chosen and planted 3 bare-root fruit trees in the containers Actually, as you saw in this video, they are not just survive, they are thriving. So if you have any concerns about bareroot fruit trees, you can leave comments down below. I'm going to make several videos to show you how to individually plant all these 3 bare fruit trees, and I'm going to monitor all these bareroot fruit trees. Thanks for watching. See you next time.